Hi guys, welcome to Mindfoodness and Body Love Yoga, and today I am on my deck because it's a very beautiful sunshine. As you can feel or see, the air is really crisp, so I am a little bit cold, so let's just get really warm and cuddly. And today's yoga class is for opening up the hips, and I see so many women or students who come to my classes who say, you know what, I have really tight back, sore shoulders, and really tight hamstrings and glutes. So this is what the class is about. We're going to target your glutes, your hamstrings, and your hip flexors so that you can release that tension from a lot of sitting in your day and can feel a little bit more free. So also feel free to add the other yoga video that I did, which is just on shoulder opening. We are not going to focus on it right now. So let's grab a mat and water and let's get started. So let's come to our child's pose. We're just going to start in the child's pose. So sit back on your heels. And if it feels good for you, leave your knees together and just gently lean over your knees, resting your forehead on the floor and your arms relax beside your body. For some people, it doesn't feel comfortable. Depends on the body shape. So you might want to open the knees wide and stretching your arms forward as far as you can and allow your chest to melt down to the floor. If you can, rest your forehead on the mat. Otherwise, just grab a cushion. I have a cushion here and place it under your forehead. So get really nice and comfy the way it suits your body today. And we're just going to start breathing. Don't need to adjust the breath. Just consciously bringing awareness to the breath right now. Breathing in through the nose and out of your nose. Observing the breath, the flow of your breath in through the nose and out of your nose. Notice the movement of your body as you breathe in. Where does your body move? And start exhaling a little bit longer. Deepening both inhalation and exhalation. With every exhalation, relax your chest a little bit more towards the mat. Maybe your hips a little bit closer to your hips. And relax. Keep the hips where they are. Keep them nice and square where they are. We're just going to walk both of our hands to the right side until you can feel a beautiful stretch in the shoulder and the torso on the left side of your body. And keep breathing into the left side of your ribcage, expanding. While this seems like we are working on the upper body, which we do, at the same time we are stretching the glutes and we're stretching the lower back as well. And let's walk the hands onto the left side until we can feel the stretch on the right side. And if you notice that maybe that left shoulder is trying to come up of the mat, try to bring it down a little bit closer to the mat. And the hips where they are. Beautiful. And breathe. Really take a deep breath into the right side. Maybe you can even feel it in your whole body. Maybe you can feel it in the whole right side of your body, of your torso. Beautiful. And we'll come back. And slowly lift those hips up. Bring the knees under your hips, the hands under your shoulders. And we're going to do a few rounds of cat and cow. So we're going to start with the cat. So exhale around the back. Round gaze towards your belly button. And inhale, gently drop the belly down, gaze up towards the ceiling and the hips up. You can feel it in your back, and try to bring the shoulders away from your ears. And once again, exhale around the back. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper this time. Really round, round, round. Imagine I've got my hands on top of your back and you're trying to press them away from you. And drop the belly down. Inhale, gaze up, tailbone up. And exhale, round. This time, press the hands a little bit firmer into the floor. And the back a little bit higher, feeling that stretch between the shoulder blades. And inhale, gaze up. Nice, beautiful. And come back to the center. And now we're going to get into a twist. And it feels like it's upper body, which it is, but it is still releasing the tension in our lower back. So what we're going to do, the right hand comes just slightly to the middle, and then shift the weight to your right hand, while the left one slides under the right shoulder until you can rest the left shoulder on the floor. And the side of your head as well. Yes. It is a shoulder opener. You will feel it in the shoulder, but there is a twist as well. Only if it feels comfortable, you can bring the right hand on top of your hip. But it is not necessary. It's just an add-on. Keep breathing and enjoy that twist and the shoulder stretch. I'm really enjoying the sunshine on my face. It makes me smile. It's so beautiful. Maybe you can do this yoga class actually next time you're doing it. Maybe you can do it outside in the sunshine as well. And then we can pretend we're doing it at the same time. How about that? Okay, and let's bring that hand down. Press the hand into the floor so you can gently lift yourself up. Ooh, nice. Now just align the hips and create a straight spine again, straight line. This time the left hand comes to the middle and the right hand slides underneath until you can place the shoulder on the floor. And just rest your head. Again, you can use a pillow or even just on top of your hand, whatever feels comfortable. So trying to reach that right hand away from you until you can feel a stretch in that space between your shoulder blades. And again, as an add-on, if you wish, to lift the left hand up to your hip. I'm just going to breathe and enjoy the sensation. I quite like to observe what's going on in my body. So what's happening actually, like really being curious and compassion as well. So not judgmental, we want to be compassionate as we're observing. Like a child would observe, so what's happening here actually? Okay, if you've got the hand up, then bring it back down, press the palm into the floor, and gently roll back up. Beautiful. Now I'll just align your spine, you might feel a little bit. And we are coming now to seriously one of my most favorite postures. I don't know how I came across this, but since then I've just been in love with it. So what we're going to do is coming into the child's pose. So send the hips back to your heels, arms stretching in front of you. So feel that stretch. So you're trying to touch that wall in front of you. The hips are sending back to the heels. So really feel a beautiful stretch. And we're going to transition into a cobra or a baby cobra. So just exhale here. With the next inhalation, we're going through the tabletop. So lift the hips up, slowly send them forward, chest through your arms, hips to the floor, elbows tucked into the body. Cobra. If this is too much, please always just bend your elbows a little bit more, and we're coming to the baby cobra. So there's no right and wrong, just listen to your body. And with the next exhalation, we're coming back into the child's pose. Hips back. And inhale, send the hips forward. Exhale back. We'll do it 2 times. Inhale forward, cobra, baby cobra. This is a beautiful back bend, okay? So quite often we have back pain and we tend to lean forward. However, we need to lean back and back to child's pose. We need to create back bend to heal our spine. Our spine is meant to move in all directions, however, and we're going to back to the baby cobra. However, quite often what happens is we are not doing it because our lifestyle is more sitting and leaning forward. Nice. And back into the child's pose. So we're just going to create a beautiful stretch here. Awesome. Nice. Good. And we're coming back into the tabletop. And we're going just to transition. So just walk your knees forward and then sit back and back. That's the trick here, to just sit back on our back. And we're going to work on our hamstrings. So sit forward on your mat, and then slowly with support of your hands really roll your body down gently, and draw the knees back to your chest. And we're just going to slowly roll the knees, so hands on the knees and just circle those knees. Oh, that's so beautiful, creating a beautiful massage on your lower back, and change the direction obviously. Nice. Good. Okay, we're going to come to stillness here and place both of the feet on the floor. Keep the left foot on the floor, drawing the right up, the right ankle to your left knee, while opening that right knee. And you might feel the stretch on the back of your hamstring on the right side. So you just stay here where you are. If not, if you need a deeper stretch, then draw the left knee towards yourself, keeping that right knee open. And then we're going to bring our hands in between, so one hand in between, so thread the needle here, interlace the fingers behind your knee, and draw that knee towards yourself. So you should feel a stretch in your hamstrings right there. And keep your foot activated, yeah, so that right foot here, keep it activated. This feels absolutely amazing. So, and you can always pause this video obviously and do as long as you need. And I would suggest, if you suffer from back pain, repeat these postures on a regular basis. Awesome. Okay, and then slowly bring that foot down, keeping the foot where it is on the mat. Keep the right foot where it is. Now we're going to draw the left knee to the left side until the right foot is on the floor with you. I'm just going to move these flowers because they're in my way. And you should feel a stretch again in the hamstring or the IT band here. If you don't, what you can do with the lower knee, so it's the left knee, draw it slightly up towards your upper body. And obviously at the same time that right foot is moving up towards your chest, keeping still on the floor. You will feel a deeper stretch on the right side. Using the inhalation and exhalation to relax, breathing in through the nose and out of your nose. You know, last time my partner was watching one of my videos and said, "Why are you sighing like that?" And I said, because it feels so good. So just give it a go. Sigh it out. Let's do it together. Inhale. How does it feel? Does it feel good? I love it. Okay, let's come out of the posture slowly. If you need to use your hands, slowly draw that knee up. And replace. Nice and beautiful. If you need to stretch your leg out, do that. Foot on the floor. And we're going to do on the same side. Same thing on the other side. The left ankle to your foot, draw, open, draw. That's what I would say. Draw the knee open, and then if you need to, again, draw the right knee to your chest. Thread those arms, interlace your fingers. For some people, they might not be able to reach it, but it's not quite enough for them to leave the foot there because they don't feel a stretch. So if you have even like a towel, you can use a towel to bring it there, and then you can kind of hold the towel and draw it in. It's okay, so that would work as well. Because you don't want to strain your neck here. If you can't reach, what will happen is you're straining your neck, maybe on your shoulders, and that's really not what we want. Okay, so we want to be able to relax the shoulders. So for those even who, if you can reach, just make sure you're relaxing those shoulders. Nice and relaxed. We are just using our fingers to hold on. And engage your left foot here as well. And focus on drawing the left knee open. Beautiful. And slowly bring that knee down. We're going to do the same. So drawing the right knee open to the right, followed by your foot till the foot is on the floor. And then slowly, if you need to, only if you need to, draw it closer to your chest, so slightly kind of higher. And then relax the left side of your hip to the mat. So if you're holding on to tension and kind of drawing it up, you are not going to feel that benefit. So you want to relax it down to the floor. Nice, good. Nothing to do, nowhere to rush. Just be here. Isn't it beautiful? A few minutes just for ourselves. We really deserve that. Okay, and let's draw that foot up, back up, and extend if you need to. Sometimes it feels quite good. And we're going to draw both of the knees to the chest and create happy baby pose. So happy baby pose, open the knees, stack the heels over your knees, get hold of your feet from the outside with your hands and press the hands into the feet. And obviously the knees are then going past your body and past your armpits. So you're almost trying to kind of press them into the armpits or into the floor. I know that for some people you can't get hold of your feet, and that's fine. Then find your ankle, okay? So just here. Again, if you have maybe even a towel, you can, or like a band, you can place it up here and press it down. So that works as well. And if all that doesn't work, we can do always only half one. So bring one foot down, finding a towel and press it down here, okay? So just using your hands to press it down. And then we would exchange and do it that way. So just different options, depends on where you are, guys. Be nice and gentle, your body will catch up. I promise it to you. Nice. And because our baby is a happy baby pose, is a happy baby today, so we're just going to rock it a little bit. Rock and rock. Giving a gentle massage on the lower back as well. Great. And come to stillness and gently draw those feet down, knees together. And back to the floor. Beautiful. And we're going to slowly, very slowly, roll onto our belly. And then onto our knees. Do you see how amazing we can shift just from one side to another without creating pain? I'm fascinated by that. Okay, so now we're going to go into our sleeping swan, but let's do a downward facing dog first. So let's tuck the toes under, press the hands into the mat, slowly hover the knees, so lifting the knees up, and then press the hands into the mat, hips back to the heels, and then lift those hips up to the ceiling. Ooh, you might feel a stretch in the back of your leg here. You can keep your knees bent and just walk it out. So bend one knee at a time, left and right, left and right. Just need to make sure that my microphone doesn't fall out. Just walk it out, keep pressing the knees, the hands into the mat. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. And what you want to do, you want to press the fleshy part of your hand, so between your index finger and your thumb into the mat. If you can bring the heels down to the mat, you can do that. Otherwise, not a problem. Just keeping the knees bent and the heels off the floor is as well as fine. We're trying to bring the chest closer to your thighs. That's what we're trying to imagine. And the gaze is going somewhere kind of to your thighs or to your knees, creating a straight spine. Good. And gaze to to your hands. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw the right knee to the right wrist, placing it on the floor, opening the foot, so slightly out to the middle. Bring the back knee down and then walk that back knee to the back wall, creating a straight spine. So now here we want to check what your back leg is doing. Sometimes it's kind of walking on to its side and we're not really noticing it's gone and walked away somewhere. So we want to get nice and straight. Foot is straight. Sometimes it moves also to the side, so straight. And tick your hips if they are aligned. Now here, if you can't place both of your hips to the floor, because you will see you might need kind of to fall to the side. You don't want that, right? So you want to have it nice and straight. Then what you're going to do is using that pillow that you have and just placing under your hips, right? So that way you're nice and straight and aligned here. So that's what we're going to do. And once you've found that beautiful space, we can bend the elbows and rest the head on your palms. So just as an option for some of you, otherwise just stay where you are. Depends on how your body is structured. The foot that can be closer to your hips, or it can be further away from your hips, okay? So almost for some people, depends on how the hips are, your lower leg might be even completely 90 degrees in your knee, so it's parallel to your mat. That can be as well, but not every hip is like that. So just see what works for you. And keep breathing into your hips. Send the breath into that tightest area of your body. Just keep breathing. It is a beautiful stretch. It can be quite intense for some people if your hamstrings and glutes are very tight. So just be aware of that. And I always say the magic about us being human beings is that we actually can determine what we focus on. So do I focus on the pain that I experience, or do I focus on my breath? Do I focus on this amazing benefits that I'm providing to my body, and imagine how I'm going to be able to feel after? So our mind is so powerful to focus on all the things that we don't like and don't have and what we don't want, and we forget what all these amazing opportunities, guys. So this is an opportunity to move freely and to feel that love in your body. Okay, so let's slowly come out. So press the palms into the floor to lift that upper body up. And then opposite, tuck those back toes. And then slowly lift your hips up and coming back into the downward facing dog. And then walk your feet out gently. If downward facing dog is too much, please always just come onto your knees and just stretch your leg out. Okay, that's fine as well. Always listen to your body. I'm just here to guide you. Okay, and you can get into the posture onto the other side from here. So you're just going to draw the knee in. But I do find it easier to come in from the downward facing dog. Okay, so back into downward facing dog. And then send the look forward to your hands, and this time the left knee to the left wrist. back knee on the floor, walk that back knee away from you, and bring that front foot forward in front of you. Check the alignment behind you. And once you've found that comfort and you feel like, oh, this side may be tighter. So again, using that the pillow, or I have a blanket there, so you can always use a blanket, or if you don't need it, or just use a blanket. Place your hands on the pillow, get really comfy. This is really what you do with this. Now think about something you're grateful for while you're in this posture and experiencing maybe the stretch in your glutes. What are you grateful for right now? What are the things that you have right now in your life? What's the beauty? Who's the one person who you haven't thought about consciously, but they're always there for you and do things for you? And maybe you forgot to tell them how grateful you are to have them. Think about that. Think about that person who you really love and maybe haven't quite said enough how much you love them. How much thankful you are for what they're doing for you. This can be so powerful when we think about it. And enjoy that stretch in your hamstrings. It's so good. It's so good. So we are coming out of the posture, but please feel free to pause. If you really enjoy this, please feel free to pause at any time and stay in the posture for longer, as long as you need to. But just to keep the video not an hour long, I'm coming out of the posture, so bring the upper body up gently, your hands into the floor, and we're tucking those toes under, and we're going to bring the foot back and into the child's pose. So just rest, forehead on the mat, arms forward. If you need to bring the knees wide, bring the knees wide. Notice the difference between the first child's pose and now. Do you feel like you have a little bit more flexibility, more mobility? How does it feel? You might feel the difference. And we're slowly coming back up. And coming to a seated position. Let's close our eyes. Bring arms above your head. Stretch your arms up towards the ceiling, palms together. Inhale and exhale, hands in front of your heart center. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms up, palms together. And exhale, hands in front of your heart center. And the last one. Bring your thumbs to the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. And create a smile on your face. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this special time with me. Thank you for yourself to show up and to do the practice. I truly hope you enjoyed this class, guys. If you would like to add the upper body, there is a video where you can stretch your upper body, your shoulders. I think they are really going hand in hand. And please let me know what you enjoyed about this video in the comments. Please let me know what kind of videos you would like to see more of, so I can really do what you enjoyed, because this is for you guys. Now please give me a thumb, please give me please subscribe to this channel, because that's what motivates me, that's what makes me happy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.